Apple TV. I just bought the old one, and I know that the new one came out, but it's a faster processor. The other ones are already so quick. You know what I mean? I'm not too worried about that because I don't game on there. What else does it have? Less expensive. Well, not less expensive than the older one, but you get more space for a similar price. But you have to go to the expensive one to get the one with Ethernet. And I guess it works with Matter now. I don't know. So small changes. I would still probably recommend for somebody who's looking for an Apple TV 4K to get the newer one just for support purposes. Like if it lasts you another year because you have the faster processor, it's probably worth the extra amount that you're going to spend on it. But yeah, I ordered the other one I'm the type, like when I buy something, I just throw away the box right away. So I'm just going to keep it. It's fine. It's fine for me. Oh yeah, it does HDR plus also. So if you have something that can do HDR plus, that's something that can do that the old one couldn't. The old one had HDR and Dolby Vision. Yeah. All right. What are you saying here, Rockhurst? I hate the Apple TV with a passion and with every click. What do you hate? Why do you hate it? Why do you hate the Apple TV?
I'll tell you. I'll tell you why we hate. What's up? Yeah, power just came back on, but okay. I still can't change my lights just yet. I guess
Hue actually looks pretty good.
Anyway. We also have issues with the Apple TV, man. Like it's really just annoying sometimes to use it.
What about it?
So we pay for Peacock.
Oh yeah.
And so like there are ads on the Peacock on Apple TV, but if we watch on the Roku in the living room, there's no ads watching the same show. Like it's so silly. The other thing was it gets stuck in certain apps. Like there's this OpenFit app that we were using, like, you know, during pandemic and lockdown to do exercises and stuff like that in the living room. And on the Apple TV, when you would search for something, you couldn't get to the results anymore. And then you couldn't go back. And so you're just kind of stuck in limbo. Like I literally had to unplug the thing from power just to get out of that app. So yeah, no, I definitely feel you on that one, man. And so I bought a new Roku for the bedroom. And so I'm going to have like an extra Apple TV laying around because it's just comes to the point where it's just, you know what? And I've been working on this Samsung TV review. It's literally just like, it's literally just like, damn it. I totally just, what were we talking about? I don't even remember.
I don't know. You've been doing a lot of stuff, man. You're over here going in the car. You're a little bit flustered. It's okay. I got you. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. So I had to put a new Roku into the bedroom just so everything is easier for my wife to use, and it's the same thing. Oh, the Tizen OS on these Samsung TVs, just god awful. Like there is a thing, you know, we call it quality of life for a TV. Like how ridiculous does it sound? Oh, the quality of life using this TV is actually pretty bad. Like what? What? And it is actually a thing. The Denon X3800H. Okay, I plug it into the Samsung, and for the life of me, I don't know where. I hope there's a setting where you can just turn this off, because I try to make the TV smart, but in doing so, it gets slow as shit because it's trying to decipher what you just plugged in. And for the Denon X3800H, it couldn't figure it out. So I'm here minutes. I'm standing here like, look, I need to film something. I need to start, doing this. Like, what the hell is going on? And it's just like trying to figure out, what did you plug in? What did you plug in? Is this a PC? Press down if it's a PC. It's not a PC. And finally, I get to the menu part where it's just like ignore or set up later. Set up later is what it is. And finally, I can use the thing. But it couldn't figure out the Denon for like 8 different times I tried to film. Right? Set up videos and this, that, and the other. So it's kind of like that. It's like the quality of life of the OS of the TV. Like if it's that much of a pain in the ass, like I haven't turned on the Samsung OLED, the S95B. I haven't turned it on for a while because it's so annoying because it's trying to figure things out. Hi, Samsung, stop having the TV trying to figure it out. Or if I get why they do it, because like a lot of people just don't know what they're doing, whatever. They just plug in a Blu-ray player, plug in a PlayStation or Xbox or whatever, and it'll figure it out real quick. But some things it won't figure it out. So if there could just be a setting to stop that bullshit, I could get my work done a hell of a lot faster, and I would actually be watching the TV.
You can't even turn it off, huh? That sucks.
Yeah.
So real quick, Rockhurst was saying he doesn't like the slide finger with Apple remote. Oh my goodness. It's so I accidentally do stuff all the time. So I turn it off. You can turn it off. You can make it so it's just a click.
Yeah.
It is cool in certain situations, like if you have to type in a long password for whatever reason, and you know, you can't just use your phone.
Oh, dude, I just use my phone because it pops up on my phone.
Yeah.
So Rockhurst, I actually haven't been using that remote for years because I have a Harmony. So that works perfectly with the Apple TV. You just got to remember where the menu button is. Once you got the menu button, that's your out. That's your go back one screen, go back another screen, go back to this is the menu button. Once you figure that out, or once I figured that out, even stop. Stop's also a good one. You hit stop. Oh, that takes you back because there's no actual back button on those remotes. And when the Harmony's trying to figure it out, it doesn't really know what the back or the return button is. So stop or the menu button. So I haven't used that remote in a long time, but I know. And I hate that remote. You can
turn it off though. Just remember, try it out first, turn it off, and see if it's even a little bit better. If you have to use the remote, go into the settings and turn that off. Real quick, this question too. Yeah, 4K DV or Dolby Vision or 4K SDR with match content. And so this is for the Apple TV 4K. By default, it's always pushing. If you have a TV
HDR, it's like, yo, put on HDR, put on Dolby Vision. Yeah,
it's pushing, and I'm like, why are they pushing this so hard? And you know, of course, part of me is saying, oh, they probably have some kind of deal with Dolby, and they're really trying to promote this thing. Okay, maybe. I think really what it is, and here's why it's important. If you select 4K Dolby Vision or 4K HDR, let's say on my projector it doesn't have Dolby Vision, but it's gonna try to use 4K HDR as a default. Here's the issue. It tries to make your native Rec 709 standard SDR content conform to this HDR, and it doesn't work. I'll tell you right now, all the black levels are lifted, right? Like you go into just any app that you know has a pretty dark background, not necessarily, well, it could be black too, and it's no longer black, right? Now it's lifted, and I'm like, all right, so that happened on my OLED as well as on my projector. And then I'm watching one of my videos. I'm like, that doesn't look quite right. And so if I go and switch it back to SDR, it looks way better. Everything looks like more contrasty and punchy. You know, everything looks better. And you would think like, oh, why not just... This is how I had it before. On my OLED, I'd have it set up to 4K SDR, right? So everything would look good. All the standard content, SDR stuff would look good. But then when I'd watch something, let's say that was 4K HDR or Dolby Vision, it has a switch, right? And I think that's what Apple doesn't want you to experience. Because when you switch, sometimes your TV takes a while and a projector takes a long time. Meaning every time I click on something that's not SDR, now I gotta wait. And I think Apple doesn't want you to have that experience. They want you to click on it, boom, it's working, and the sacrifice is SDR that doesn't look as good.
Yeah.
So it's again one of those trade-off things, right? So I think if you want the best possible look for every format, you probably want to set it in 4K SDR, and then just wait when it switches. You have to wait for the switch, and then you should turn on match, like the color depth. I don't know what it says exactly, and frame rate.
Match frame rate. Yeah.
Yeah. Match all that stuff.
Yeah.
So it's native, but you just gotta wait. And like in my living room, I don't care too much, right? It's not like I'm watching critically. I'm just watching stuff, you know? So in that spot, I just keep it on 4K HDR just so I don't have to wait, because waiting on the projector takes so long. So it takes so long, Shauna, that sometimes we'll watch something on Disney Plus.
Yep.
Right? It'll take a while to switch over, and it took so long that it messes up the handshake. You know what I'm saying? Like how Disney Plus, it requires, you know, it needs to know that you're not, you know, connecting it to something to rip the stuff, right? It takes so long. It kicks it out. So like have to keep going back in. It's a whole hassle.
You know what's funny is like I always every time I do one of those setup videos where I show like the screen of the Denon and all that kind of stuff, I always try to use my screen capture device in my laptop and my PC, which is what's running the stream right now. And this last one wouldn't let you do it. So I'm like, ah, crap, I got to videotape the screen. Because sometimes, you know, even if I'm videotaping the screen, a little spot of it's blurry because like the camera has to be like perfectly angled and lined up. It's very annoying. Like you guys see me making these videos, they're a pain in the ass, 100% to make these videos and make sure everybody can read every little thing. And like I'm doing zoom in each corner, zooming in on the camera, make sure everything's like legit. But the older one was fine, which I don't understand.
This guy's right. This is what I'm using, V7050i. It is very slow to switch. Thank you, by the way, to Rasik Gomez for the super chat. Thank you so much. I'm sorry to interrupt, but
no,
get that
all
super
good.
chat.
All good, whatever. But yeah.
Reggie saying not true. Has a setting for automatic switching between HDR. Yes, there is an automatic switch, so it can switch between the two. All I'm saying is that when it does that switch, your TV, or in my case, a projector, has to also do the switch. And the problem is the projector is slow at switching. So if it can keep it in 4K the whole time, right, even for SDR,
you'll have 4K, a smoother experience.
The experience is just better for most people.
Right.
So make sure to join us every Monday for our live stream at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern at youtube.com/Daily HiFi.